Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a treat in store for you now. I'm just about to hand over to Mark Callis from the Good Citizen Dog Training Scheme.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, this year is the 20th anniversary of the Kennel Club's Good Citizen Dog Scheme, and we'd like to tell you all about that scheme today. So without further ado, may I introduce to you the Kennel Club's Good Citizen Dog Scheme. Well, welcome to the Good Citizen Dog Scheme and our opening sequence there. Now, as I said, it's the 20th anniversary of the scheme this year, and very soon we hope to have passed our 400,000 participants in the scheme since it began. There's 4 levels to the scheme. It starts with a puppy foundation assessment, bronze, silver, and gold levels. We're going to start our demonstration going right back to beginning, right back to basics, and look at when we get our puppy and how we introduce it to the family. Okay, well, let's start looking very closely at what happens at the dog training club. It starts with the puppy foundation assessment. Now, this has a minimum duration of 4 weeks, and it's all about introducing your dog to dog training and the Good Citizen Dog Scheme. And we're going to start over here with play with the dog and puppy recall. It's very important that we learn to play with the dogs right from the beginning. That increases our socialisation with the dog. It also helps with that bonding process to get to know your dog really well. But it also the puppy recall. And one of the things with puppy recall is attentive response to name. Most dogs, especially when they attend the family for the first time or join the family, the first week or 2 of their lives, they think their name is Oi. But we have to get them used to their name. Once we've got that attentive response, then we start looking at the recall, calling their names, reassuring them all the time. So at the moment, we're looking at the puppy recall here. In the middle here, we're looking at socialisation with the dog, with an adult and the dog, and also noise. It's very important to get the dog used to everyday noises. Here we see Lisa clapping as she walks around the dogs. Just get them used to noises. There's going to be silly things that we don't think about or we take for granted, like the noise of the Hoover, the noise of the washing machine, things like that, the doorbell. We need to get the dog used to various different noises and not to be afraid, to reassure it all the time. So here's socialisation with an adult and noise. And over on the far side, we're looking at handling and inspection. Again, getting the dog used to being handled and inspected. It's going to be inspected when it goes to the vets, isn't it? Or when somebody meets your dog for the first time, everybody wants to cuddle a puppy and stroke it. So lots of people are going to be giving these young dogs attention. So we're getting them used to that very close attention. We also need to get into the habit of grooming our dogs every day. And this close examination is a great way of introducing the dog to that. Being used to being groomed, not being afraid of it, not worried about what you're doing to the dog. So that's our puppies there. Moving on to our bronze dogs. They got the green topped handlers with them. We're looking at the stay on lead exercise. We looked at the puppy recall over there. We're now looking at the stay. At the bronze level of the scheme, dogs are required to stay in one position for 1 minute, be it the down, the sit, or the stand. And here we see the handlers leaving the dog in the stay, leaving the loose lead on the floor, and walking away for a duration of 1 minute. As we go through the scheme, this increases to 2 minutes at the silver level of the scheme and up to 5 minutes at the gold level, with the handler being out of sight for up to 2 of those 5 minutes. So very, very good stays over here. I'm whispering not to disturb them. Going into the middle now, we've got the walk on lead exercise. And again, we take this for granted, don't we? We get a new dog, we put it on a lead, and we take it out for a walk, and we expect it to do everything that a good socialised and well-trained dog should do. But we've got to teach the dog to walk on the lead. So here we see our handlers weaving in and out of one another, walking the dogs, loose lead, lots of communication with the dog from the handler. We're not looking for a dog being kept on a really tight lead or having to keep up with the handler, or lots of tugging or commands like that. So a very good exercise here of walking the dogs on the lead. And finally, we will look at collar and lead. Because before we take the dog out, before we even put the collar on, we need to check that it's in good repair. So here we have our team leader checking all the dogs to make sure that the collar and the lead is in good repair, and it's the adequate size and type for the dog that we have. But more importantly, she's checking that it has an identity tag on the collar. Now, the law states that we have to have an ID tag or a brass plate attached to the dog's collar, and on it should be inscribed the owner's name and address. Often controversial at that point, but that's what the law says, and you could be fined up to £5,000 if you don't have that information on the dog's collar. Now, we've looked at what we do in the training arena. Let's look at how the Good Citizen Dog Scheme can help owners in other domestic situations. Let's look closely at home. Right, we're back with the puppies again, and we're looking at the take articles away from the puppies. When we're training with our dogs, we start with the play exercise, but dogs need to know when the play's over. So we're using some toys here as play articles, and very shortly we'll be taking the dog articles away from the dogs and back under control, ready to do some more exercises. Now, although it's toys, we progress this to other articles so that when we get to the higher levels of the scheme, we're out in public and your dog picks up some discarded chicken bone or some kind of rubbish like that, you can take the article away from it very easily. Into the middle, we're looking at food manners here. We're looking at how to feed the dog. It's not just a case of putting the food in the bowl and saying, get on with it. We're looking at very good manners, and we can see a very good example here of the food being placed before the dog being told to wait, and then on command, taking the food. We're going to progress that a little later in this demonstration. And now we're looking at the basic puppy positions, the stand, the sit, and the down. We saw with the 1 minute stays a few minutes ago with the bronze dogs, the positions that they stand in when they're doing that stay. And this is getting them used to those positions, ready for that longer stay. So we can see here lots of communication between dog and handler, lots of praise when they get it right, and gradually building up those positions. And we're going to progress that now, as we saw earlier, to the return to handler. You see the dog being left in the position that we just saw with the puppies, either the sit, the down, or the stay, and then the handler moving away and recalling the dog to them as they do so. Again, a requirement at the bronze level of the scheme, and very useful, especially when we're out in parks and open spaces. Get your dog staying in one place, perhaps to keep it safe, and then to recall it to you when required. In the centre here, we're looking at dogs going through a gate. Now this could represent perhaps your front door, your back door, it could be your car door. And we're looking for the dog to be under control when we go through the gate. The handler going first as the pack leader, followed by the dog, always under control. What we don't want is for you to open the door and the dog to bolt through, taking your arm with it. And finally, at this side, we're looking at controlled walk through people and dogs. So again, part of the ethos of the Good Citizen Dog Scheme is to have a very socially acceptable dog. And what we don't want is our dog causing a nuisance when we meet other people out in public, be it other dog owners or friends or anyone that we should come into contact with. So at this level, what we're looking at is the dog walking past other dogs and handlers as distraction, but staying under control all the time. So a very good example there. Now folks, leisure time is an all-important part of our lives. Taking a walk in the park is fun, and a dog with good manners can enjoy this too. Now we will take you to an outdoor scene and show you how the Good Citizen Dog Scheme fits into our daily lives. Well, here we have an everyday scene. It's a road, a busy main road, a side street, it doesn't matter what. We've got cars going up and down, we've got cyclists cycling through the roads, pedestrians walking up and down. And again, these are distractions to the dogs. So we get them used, first of all, to various distractions. Getting used to things like the noise of buses going past, people walking along with pushchairs, with umbrellas, people in wheelchairs. There's a number of different distractions that dogs experience for the first time on a daily basis. And we're getting the dogs used to that. We're also looking at good road sense and good road manners. You saw in the bronze level that the dog has to be under control when on its walk, and we were looking at a dog that's a pleasure to walk, not pulling, close by your side. And we can see this now at the gold level of the scheme, where we've got dogs both on and off the lead, walking to command, walking by the side. We've got changes of pace, and we've got changes of direction. So lots happening at the gold level of the scheme, and this part of the test is taken outdoors on a real road situation. Now we've looked at the importance of building the dog socialisation skills and road safety with dogs, and dogs passing vehicles is often a problem. Let's see what happens if your dog slips its collar or gets frightened by something. Oh dear. Well, that's exactly what could happen if your dog slips its collar. It's going to be running around, it may not get it back under control, it may be frightened and run away. If it runs in front of a car, that's what could happen. But what we also saw there was a dog that was travelling in the car, being thrown from the car, probably through the windscreen, in the collision. So as part of the silver level of the scheme, we look at car travel with our dogs. We have to get them used to travelling in a vehicle. We have to let them know that it's a safe environment, that they shouldn't panic. So we're going to look at that scene again, and we're going to look at what will happen in a road collision when our dogs are secured within the car. Okay, didn't have the crash that time, they stopped in time. But as you'll see, our dogs are secured in cages in the rear of the car, and although there was a collision, they'll probably be confused and upset, but they'll be very, very safe. So the Good Citizen Dog Scheme helps us to understand how we can travel with dogs very safely in our cars. The other methods, of course, are to use body harnesses and clip them in using the seat belts. But as you can see, if we just leave dogs loose in the car, they may have an accident and come off worse than we do. Now, our next exercise is called Send the Dog to Bed, and it's part of the gold standard of the scheme. Now, you may think sending the dog to bed is a punishment, but it's definitely not a punishment. There's many reasons why we might need to send the dog to bed. It's a place of safety, isn't it? It's where the dog knows that it's safe, and we know that the dog's safe there. And there's a number of reasons why you may send your dog to bed at home, or if you have the bed somewhere else. It might be you've dropped a bottle in the kitchen. It might be you've got a friend coming to visit who doesn't like dogs or has allergies to dogs. So we're going to do this in the form of a race. And I need you guys and girls in the audience, especially the young boys and girls, to give lots of encouragement and support to our dogs, because it will be a race and we will have a final. So, handlers, I'm going to say, ready, send your dog to bed, and off we go. So, are we ready? Handlers, send your dog to bed. Oh, I think it's a win on this side. 1-0 to this side. Next 3 dogs. Oh, come on, somebody slow making the bed. Hurry up, Mum, make that bed. Can't trust humans, can you? Handlers, send your dog to bed. Oh, and it's a win for the late bed-making dog. Mum might have made my bed late, but I'm in bed first. It's our final heat. Handlers, send your dog to bed. It's a win on that side. Right, so we've got the final heat now, the 3 winning dogs. Let's see who's fastest at send the dog to bed. Come on, let's get these beds made, folks. Oh, that one's far away. Never mind. Handlers, send your dog to bed. It's a win on this side. Big round of applause to send your dog to bed. Remember, folks, sending your dog to bed is not a punishment. Now, when dogs are puppies, we teach them how to have good manners when eating and accepting food. But how much control do these dogs have when confronted with food that they could come into contact with every day?
Is it worth the waiting for? If we live till 84, all we ever get is cruel. Every day we say a prayer. Will they change the bill of fare? Still we get the same old cruel. There's not a crust, not a crumb. Can we find? Can we beg? Can we borrow or cash? But there's nothing to stop us from getting a thrill when we all close our eyes and imagine food, glorious food, hot sausage and mustard.
Right, here we have real human food. And I know it's real because I saw it being bought at one of the concessions on my way over to the arena. We've got sandwiches, we've got sausage rolls, we've got everything that you may find discarded on the streets or in parks and open spaces. Now, we're going to have a race again, folks, so give them lots of encouragement, but we're going to expect every dog, one in turn, to weave in and out of the food on a loose lead, and they should refuse the food. This is what we expect at the gold level of the scheme. So, handlers, are you ready? Remember, it's a relay race and a loose lead. Very loose lead, please. On your marks, get set, go. Okay, that's it. Give them some encouragement, folks. Doing well, doing very well. That's it. No food taken as yet. Oh, our boxer's on a slightly tight lead, I think, over there, isn't it? It's a little bit tight. Mummy, that's a very tight lead. Oh, the Rottweiler's got to eat something, surely. Come on, he's looking for it. Give me a sausage roll, Mum. Just one, just one. Oh, very good refusal there. Doing well on this side. Oh, cheeky. I don't know about weave. I think he's just walking over. Oh! And only just, but a great win for this side. Well done, everybody. Well done on the food manners exercise. One of the standards at the gold level of the scheme. Now, our next exercise is what we call rejoin the handler. And we're going to do this for you in a very informative and entertaining way. Now, rejoin the handler, sometimes called the recall, is a very important point, especially if you're in a park or open space. Often when people present themselves at dog training clubs with a dog that has a problem, it's because it won't come back to me. That's the most common one. But in the Good Citizen Dog Scheme, we start right from the puppy foundation all the way through to the gold level, an emphasis on return to handler, recalling the dog. So we're going to look at 2 examples here of recalling the dog. Handlers, command your dogs. And off you go. Oh, there's a creeper, he doesn't, oh, there's another creeper. Handlers, recall your dog. Who didn't recall the dog? Who's not recalled the dog? Somebody wants a new mummy? Right, and now we'll do it back to the middle again. So handlers, set your dogs into the down, please. Command your dogs. And walk to the other side, please. Is he going to creep again? Oh, this is good. Oh, there's a creeper. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We got creepers in the hole. Oh, no, I'm ready. Recall your dog. There's no stopping that one getting back to mum, is there? And dogs finally back with the handlers and back under control. Give them a round of applause, folks. That was difficult, I know. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, that almost concludes our brief demonstration on the Kennel Club Good Citizen Dog Scheme. Remember, this year is our 20th anniversary, and very soon we'll be passing the 400,000th person through the scheme. If you'd like to know more about the scheme, we're in Hall 3 here today and tomorrow at Crufts, or you can find out more information on the Kennel Club website. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, it has been my pleasure to present to you the Kennel Club Good Citizen Dog Scheme.